Maybe she can think of something.
So she's basically my teacher for the day.
Teacher for today and for next week also, right? You're coming
Yeah.
back next week, yeah. So this is part of her class requirement
Yeah.
for her college course. She goes to UV, and she's studying music. I think, are you a sophomore this year?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, I'll let you sit over here.
Alright.
Oh, let me do a few things here with Maggie's notebook.
That's fine.
Just take care of some paperwork here real quick, and then I'll turn it over to you.
The practice minutes.
Yeah. I also have your Piano Explorer for you today, Maggie, but I don't have the opportunity to explain it to you, so I'm gonna let you go on your own for that.
Alright.
How many minutes do you have?
150.
Alrighty. So if you will put this in the back of your book here.
Okay.
Our composer this month is George Philipp Telemann, who was born in Germany during the Baroque period of music history. So he lived the same time as Johann Sebastian Bach and Handel. Okay, so you're going to read about him, and then you do not have to read this story here about the musical ornaments. Okay, we haven't gotten that far yet, so you can skip over that one. And I do want you to read here about playing slowly. And these are all the Italian tempo markings that mean slow. They're also in your music dictionary in the back of your binder there. This is our instrument of the month. It's called the Orphica, which is a real unusual instrument that was popular back in the days of Beethoven, okay? And it will tell you a little bit about
It's
that.
like a guitar piano thing.
If you want to do one of the bonus puzzles, this is the one I want you to do, which is a very simple word search, okay? And you get a bonus gold star if you do that. And on the quiz, you can do not number 4 and not number 6, but you can do all the rest of them, okay? So put that in the back of your book there, and I will put in your tuition statement for
I need
April.
more of this paper.
Oh.
I'm out. That's, well, at least this past week was my last.
Okay. Miss Samantha's not gonna write in your book. I'll sit back here and make a few notes for you
Okay.
on my own here while she's helping you with your pieces. So get out your 2 festival pieces.
Not my trios.
No.
Are they coming today for trios? My dad told me they were.
No.
Oh, they're not. Okay.
Maybe next week. She's playing with 2 other 8th graders in the festival, a trio. We had rehearsal for that last night, and they did a really fun job. It was lots of fun.
Especially when Nathan fell off the piano.
Yeah, it's 1 boy and 2 girls, and he was sitting on the end.
He was trying to scoot over.
All of a
'cause he
sudden,
didn't
he
have enough
slid
room.
off. Wouldn't that be funny if that happened at the festival? Oh my goodness.
I would have rather it happened at the end, but
All right, we'll let Samantha take over here.
which one first?
Well, in the festival, you're going to play this one first,
Okay.
but this is the faster one.
Right.
So since we didn't do any warm-up or technique exercises, why don't you start with the allegretto? Do you have a technique exercise assigned for today? Maybe. Let me look in here. It might be a good idea to start with that to get your fingers going. Page 16 and 17. What is that in your technique book? Oh, yeah, here. Why don't you go ahead and start on this?
Okay.
seem to have most of the notes. I think a lot of the issues that you're having is you can do this measure, but then whenever it comes to the next measure, you're not exactly sure where to go.
Yeah.
So,
Transitions.
yes. So, how about you try just practicing these 2 beats and then see if you can get them really close together. Actually, first let's just do practice doing just the left hand going from this chord to this chord. Now try doing the right hand chords. Alright. Try putting it together, see what happens. Alright, that's better. How about going from this one to that one? Do the same thing with just left hand first. From the beginning and stopping after this measure. So I think you need to do a little bit of that kind of practice, just doing the last beat and the first beat, and then if it changes to the measure, then breaking it up that way too. I think that'll help you a lot. Also, you don't have to play it so fast at first. After you get all the transitions down, then you can go faster. But
that's my problem.
Yeah. You might want to try practicing with metronome. That might help you too. Establishing the beat, and then also having these holding for equaling 3/8 notes each.
But then the pedal too after that.
Yeah.
Feel free to use the metronome up there if you want to.
So let's try going slow. Well, are there any other issues between here? Let's try doing these 2 measures since these are the same as the beginning.
Okay.
Doing the transition.
The chord I have
Yeah. Okay, so let's try.
Is it this?
Yes.
Okay.
So let's try doing left hand again. I'm on E. Yeah. So it should be the same as your left hand. Yeah. Okay. So now try putting that together. Yeah. Okay, that's good. That looks all the same. Try doing these 2 measures. So now let's try going from the last beat of this measure to the first beat of that measure. Yeah. B flat major triad. Try blocking C and then B flat C. That's all you're doing in that measure, just going from C to B flat. And then most of the chords, if not all of them, I think all of them are the same in your left hand and right hand. So if you can get it in your left hand first, just do the exact same thing with your right hand and you should be in the same spot. So, yeah. Do you want to try doing it really slow and see how far you can go? Okay, so... measure, I do the same thing that we're doing in the others. Just practice going from the higher F to the lower
look
F.
at it.
Yeah. You can write in note names too if you need to, if that'll help you.
What speed was that on the metronome?
96. Eighth note equals 96. So, I think that'd be a good tempo if we practice that until you get it really, really solid. Also, another thing, the articulation is slightly different in the left hand than the right hand. The left hand doesn't have a staccato, but the right hand does.
So you, it's louder, but there's.
Yeah, I would just say not too long. Make sure that your left hand's off before you play the right hand chords. Yeah. And also, the left hand is mezzo forte while the right hand's piano. So you can be a little louder. So it kind of gives it like a waltzy kind of feel.
Okay.
Really good.
So what, pass me that book, Maggie, and I'll.
Wait, I don't think I did. Yeah, I didn't have it.
Okay. Yeah, why don't you work on the allegretto?
I like your dynamics. I think you could be a little more extreme with them, especially this mezzo forte, so that when you get to the end, you can really hear the difference between mezzo forte and forte when you go back.
Oh, I didn't see that was 14.
Oh, yeah. So, and then whenever you get done on the second time of this one, since you're piano, then bam, all of a sudden you have forte at the top. I think we need some more practice with the transitioning spots.
From here to here.
Yes.
And from back here to back.
Yeah, and also like here to here too, I think.
Right.
Yeah. So let's try some of that. Doing just this chord and then seeing how fast we can go to that chord.
Can I start from here?
Yeah, if you want, yeah.
Okay.
So let's try doing that again one more time, just to set it in stone. Or try again, yeah. So now let's try just repeating these measures a couple times. See if we can get that really smooth. So I think you need to think in your mind that left hand doesn't move. So it's just right hand you need to think about. Yeah, that was good.
From here to here.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll start from.
pencil away. If you want to use my pencil, feel free. Or any other things, but I usually use pencil.
I don't miss it when I play it all the way through. It's
Just
for
whenever
some
you-
reason.
yeah.
Yeah.
Would it help if you wrote in some finger numbers?
Oh, well, that's what I messed up. Thank you.
Here, okay. So, are you doing one and then moving your one down there?
I completely switch.
Okay, so you're doing two on that?
Yeah.
And then three? Okay, so let's try it from there again.
I got that part right.
Mm-hmm, that was good. Okay, let's try again from 21. That's really good. Okay. If you have problems with that when you go home, you might want to just try your left hand.
Right,
And-
so.
Yeah, going from here until there. And then when you can get that right, then try adding in your right hand again. One other thing that I noticed is that sometimes at the ends of these slurs, you kind of slur into the next note too. So why don't you try lifting a little bit? Like make sure you have an obvious lift at the end of those. Yeah. Okay. So I think that goes for these down here too. And make sure you're holding your half notes full value as well. Yeah, might be like right here. Let's make sure you're like going all the way to the end of the measure. Yeah. You wanna try to play it all the way through again? Just let's think about dynamics and lifting after the ends of your slurs.
I'm just.
Okay, I think that was a lot better than the first time. The slurs, you're still not lifting sometimes. So I'm gonna write these in. If that's okay with you. So let's try
I
going.
thought I transitioned pretty good.
Yeah, no, the transitions were great. Like it was a lot better. So let's try going through again, thinking specifically about
Lips.
just the lips. It was a little exaggerated at times, but I kind of liked that you exaggerated it this time. So whenever you lift, you don't necessarily need to, make it very dramatic, but it gets you a little out of time sometimes.
Yeah, because I recognize here, like, I went.
Yeah. And then you're like, where are my fingers go?
Yeah.
So try not lifting so far away from the keyboard. Just, I'm reading. Yeah, that's the right clip. Yeah, so just a little lift. You don't need to go wham. Just enough so that you can hear the break in between.
Like
The two
levitate.
measures. Yeah. Make sure you do it on this measure too. You do it really well on this measure, but sometimes it doesn't carry over to that measure. Yeah, so that's good. You're gonna try just this part again.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was really good. If you have problems on the next page remembering to do the lifts, do play it through once, doing the very exaggerated lifts, so then when you play it through again, you'll probably remember, oh yeah. So I think just when you start, you need to have a couple things in your mind, like the dynamics and the lifts and holding out your half notes. Just have those in the back of your mind before you play, I'd say. But you're really good, so you've made a lot of progress.
And I wrote all those tips for you in your notebook over here, so you won't forget. So read your notebook first, and then you'll remember all those tips. Why don't you spend some time on the second piece now? I think your fingers are warmed up enough for this one.
I really like this. It has a melody bumper.
Oh, it's just better than the other one.
That was good. I liked your dynamic. And the parts, like when these measures repeat, that's always really good. There are some rhythmic kind of things that get weird whenever you go from this pattern into the dotted. So here, let's do this. I'm going to close the piano, and we're going to tap the rhythms on the lid. So if the dotted quarter note, if this is the dotted quarter note, how many eighth notes are in one dotted quarter note?
4.
3. Close. So the dot means that it gets half of the value of the note that it's in front of. So what is a quarter note made up of?
2. And then
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's 3. So then if this is the dotted half note, then it would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's kind of fast.
That metronome might need to be wound up because I've been using it all week and haven't wound it. So and it starts to be real irregular when it needs to be wound. It's on the side, on the right side. There's a
Over
wind
here.
up.
And you just wind it?
Yeah, just wind it up.
How many times?
Oh, until it starts to get tight.
Yeah.
This metronome is so old.
I've seen metronomes like these, but I've never really.
When it starts to
Mine
get tight,
winds
then
up.
you don't want to wind it up too tight.
Okay.
Okay, it should be back now.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So let's try just tapping like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and see how far we can get. You're going a little fast. Why don't you
stay
try?
with the metronome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 1, 2, ready, go. So I think something that would help you out is if in 6/8 you have 2 strong pulses in the measure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you try emphasizing on this also, just for practice right now.
So like an accent.
Yeah, just for right now.
Right.
Whenever you play it, 1 will be the strongest beat, but just to keep you in track with the metronome
So
because
like. Yeah, that got better as you keep going. Okay, so now let's try going from this measure to this measure. So, Oh.
try again. Yeah. You want me to do it with you once?
Hold it. I need to hold these longer.
Yeah. Just,
Okay.
okay, so let's count out loud and try to do it with you. Are you, when you count in 6/8, do you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?